Anything you want to say, RE?
Well, I've known ZX for a long time now, and Triple Darkness, and the G2 Street, and I've always respected them, and...
RE, just shut up, man. Shout out to ZX, yo, hey, shout out to ZX, the ZX, yo. Did you kick her off the panel in the end? Did you kick up off the panel, my friend? Hey, yeah, I know she's a stupid little rabbit mouth, chatting up her mouth like a damn dog. I don't care, I'd be scared if I met her in a damn ball at night. Yeah, the type I wouldn't even fight back. I'd be too scared and that I would run, nigga, run so fast I'd probably trip up like the white people in them old movie, nigga. Anyway, I find some stones, pick them up and dash them at a dome. Hope and pray that it hits her in the head, then she drops on the floor and dies undead. But in my situation, more than likely she'll miss them bricks, run up to me and grab my dick and put it in her mouth and start sucking it. So please, American and ZX, can you help her, man? Get rid of this dumb asshole. She's getting on my damn toes, running up and talking slow. Get on my head, you know. I can't believe y'all know this dumb asshole, and you promote that fool. Goddamn, you know she's a dirty Crisco bitch, asking like she's got some shit related to me. Never that. She ain't my baby. Never that. She be yours. You gotta put a lead on his neck and make sure she knows her fucking respect. And check that shit, put her down in a damn bitch. I heard that she's a damn ass snitch. I can't take crack cocaine and shit. Trust me, I can't relate to that shit. Trust me, I can't relate to that shit. I'm back around here legitly. Show these people that I'm moving nicely. Everybody want try and fuck. We getting down, you know, pushing luck. We do it, hey, I got the nourishment, punishment. I give it then straight into the continent. That be the punishment. Show them I ain't no damn con. Why this woman run around like drunk? Get in people's damn stuff, and she's like, damn. I gotta admit, man, I'm sick and tired of calling her bluff, but I'm glad that y'all see the same kind of stuff I see. Check that stupid bitch, yo, make sure she can't fuck with me. I told you, her style a little weak, acting like she's so damn sweet. Never that, she's just a damn neat. Put her back on the damn YouTube streets, where she belong. Put her on a tree just like King Kong. Where she belong. Put her in a tree like King Kong. Where she belong. Put her in a tree like King Kong. Diddy Kong, King Kong. That's what she look like, son. That is dead wrong. Hairy back and hairy lip, hairy mustache, got a hairy dick. Yeah, that's what this shit's got, a hairy dick. I don't care about how she's got a dick, and she smells the shit every damn day. Run around on YouTube like she's ready to play, running off her damn mouth every damn day. On YouTube, just stay away. I smell your Crisco straight from my damn. Have you got anything you want to say, RE?
Well, I've been on YouTube for a long time now. In the beginning, I met ZX and Triple Darkness, and yeah. And then back then, we used to talk back and forth.
Oh my gosh, how you feeling now though? I heard what's up, I heard what's up, I heard what on, I heard what on, I heard what went down, I heard what went down. RE, you just a stupid ass clown.
Went in on me. Jim and this dude and salt went in on him. Second time,
Chris brought the heat. Our mind is no gimmick.
And he sings and stuff like that. He said, cool.
Yo. So, how do I start this video? Because I can't do the whole thing. Basically, I've come across some information and well, yeah, I've come across some information and I'm good. I'm actually good right now. Basically, I came live the other day, right? And I said that I've lapped up all the information on YouTube, right? Don't know if you was there and heard me say that shit, but I come live and I said I've lapped up all the YouTube information on YouTube And YouTube can't really offer me nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this is what happened to me. Woke up some point late last night, and something was on my notifications or whatever it's called. Now, let me say it like this. I've been trying to preach good word for a long time. I've been trying to show people truth. I'm not even going to call it my truth because I've just found out some information and it's actual truth. So my truth was indeed the truth. Well, not even with the at the beginning, truth. Well, I'm going to get into that in a minute. So in my head right now, it's like this whole YouTube shit is absolutely pointless when it comes to actually waking people up, because I've just found out some information that I've been right. The things that I speak about, I've been right. So that just makes me feel even more empowered. And at the same time, it makes me feel like I should be in a place spreading the message where people need to hear the message. You understand? So that's my next mission. I need to go to a place where people want to actually change and shit, because this right here is pointless. Not saying I'm a big YouTuber or anything like that, but I'm just trying to say, right, you get me? When it comes to actually putting out certain messages and hoping that people will actually catch on to that shit and see what really is going on and grab onto it and try and work from it, you don't get that energy here. All right, so that's the intro to it, right? I've got a big video on my channel, on my other channel, right? On the 7 Deadly Sins channel. I will upload it onto this one, actually. Just so hopefully more people will see it. And I want you all to see it. I'm going to show you like under a minute clip of it right now. I just wanted to give you a little taster. I honestly do. And yeah, let me give you this taster first, and then we can talk afterwards. Actually, it's 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So I'm going to give you this taster. Check this out.
Said that they could not understand how is it that a group of people, African Americans, have been bludgeoned over the heads mentally and spiritually for hundreds of years and are still surviving. They couldn't understand it. And they said so in their book. The answer came out in 1996. Why it is.
I'm not even going to give, because it's only so small and I haven't give you enough. I only wanted to give you out a teaser. Just trust me. I've stopped it. Just want you to know I did stop it. But I want to actually fill in some gaps right now. You heard what he just said, didn't it? You heard what he just said. Get me? I've spoke many times over many years saying, why have they got all these races, all of them, why have they got their foots on our necks? Why have all these races? There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason. There has to be a reason for this, because none of this makes sense. The whole world against the black man, the whole entire world, because that's exactly what it is. I've got the answers for you, and the answer, I've always been right when saying it. I've got the answers for you, ladies and gentlemen, and you are going to be so surprised. But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you're going to be able to handle that information or know what to do with that information. You'll probably just take it and just say, oh, okay. The information is not for simple-minded. This information is for somebody that's on a mission. Do you understand? Somebody that needs to be woken. Somebody that's looking for answers. You understand? So, shout out to Tanya. I see you in the chat. So this time I'm just going to play the whole 245. I'm just going to play it all the way through right now. Yeah, get me? I won't even spoil no more. Let's go. Let's go.
Said that they could not understand how is it that a group of people, African Americans, have been bludgeoned over the heads mentally and spiritually for hundreds of years and are still surviving. They couldn't understand it. And they said so in their book. The answer came out in 1996. Why it is that not only have African Americans survived the worst mental and spiritual bludgeoning of any people in recorded history, but they are becoming champions of everything in which there is a level playing field. No matter what it is, we predominate in every field. This is why they won't teach our children African history, because they know that once our children get on the same level playing field as their white counterparts, that they will dominate just like we dominate in basketball, baseball, football, track and field, and anything else in which there is a level playing field. So that while they teach their children about the greatness of their European ancestors, they won't teach our children about the greatness of their African ancestors, because then that would be a level playing field in academia, and they know that we will predominate just like all of these examples we've given them that are.
Okay, so do you understand what's going on so far? You get it? Is it making sense to you? Is it going into your head? Has this put a smile on your face? Has this made you feel a great warmth inside of you right now? You haven't even heard nothing yet. You haven't heard a damn thing yet, because you're about to be showing your power. I'm talking to black people right now because, you know, we're the real prisoners of the planet. But I want you to understand, why are we the prisoners? You got to understand that, and forget all this modern day, we're the same, all that shit, all that goes out the window, because it's clear that we're not. Because if we are the same, listen, I want to say something right now. They teach us to say we are the same. This is a fact. They teach us to say, no, we are all the same. No matter what color you are, they teach us this. But they don't treat us the same, right? They don't treat us the same. They teach us to think that way. Listen, they teach us to think that way. But when we actually, you know, in reality times, where you go, the way, you know, the way you move, the jobs you get, how you go around the planet, we see a different light, right?
Said that they could not understand how is it that a group of people, African Americans, have been bludgeoned over the heads mentally and spiritually for hundreds of years and are still surviving. They couldn't understand it, and they said so in their book. The answer came out in 1996. Why it is that not only have African Americans survived the worst mental and spiritual bludgeoning of any people in recorded history, but they are becoming champions of everything in which there is a level playing field. No matter what it is, we predominate in every field. This is why they won't teach our children African history, because they know that once our children get on the same level playing field as their white counterparts, that they will dominate just like we dominate in basketball, baseball, football, track and field, and anything else in which there is a level playing field. So that while they teach their children about the greatness of their European ancestors, they won't teach our children about the greatness of their African ancestors, because then that would be a level playing field in academia, and they know that we will predominate just like all of these examples we've given them, that our children predominate when they know who they are from the African historical point of view. Now, here's what I found out in 1996. A group of geneticists wrote this book. Little tiny geneticists.
Can you identify where they're from and the group, how it came about?
Yeah, okay. All right, sure. Yes, indeed. As an organization is called the American Association for the Advancement of Science. the American Association for the Advancement of Science. Now, this organization is composed of people who study about DNA and the genome. And you've been reading about the DNA and the genomes. Well, this group of scientists came upon an idea by accident and at first that different groups of people had different numbers of DNA series.
Explain that.
So, do you think you know where that story is going right there? Do you think you know what he's about to say? Different numbers of DNA series. So these scientists from all around the world, see, these are the parts you haven't heard yet. Scientists from different parts of the world got together, China and all these other different parts, right? Get me? And they went around testing stuff. Do you understand? They found out the more a species or a people, whatever, had more DNA series about them, the more like better or stronger or smarter or shit like that there was. You know what I'm saying? So they done a test on animals. They tested animals. They tested like a monkey. A monkey was like 4. They tested a gorilla or something like that. I think the gorilla was like 5. They tested 4. They tested a monkey. A monkey was 5, and they tested like an ape. And that was around about 5 again. And then they said, we're going to try it with humans too. So they tried it with humans. And, well, that's where things change, shall we say. You understand? Like, as in, like a dominant race. You know what I'm trying to say? And all the reasons are on there too. You understand? About the melanin and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Get me? I would like to ask some questions about like headlights and things like that. You know what I'm trying to say? But that's probably not gonna happen. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is, because basically that obviously that video is too long, right? To put up on my shit. You get me? Well, put up on here. You get me? So let me go back to what I was talking about. And it's the same kind of thing right now, actually. You get me? I've been on a mission trying to search for answers and everything. You know what? Out of all the bullshit that's happened on YouTube, right? Get me? Because, like, the bullshit that I attack and shit, that's not like an interest. The other things that I've been searching for slowly come to me. You understand? Like the whole music thing where I was practicing on these fools, to information about this. You understand? Things are being preaching out here. You understand? But it's all came into place. You understand? But at the same time, it just shows you, yeah, there's a lot of dumb people that ain't ready for that kind of information and shit like that. So it's about putting out the information to people that can work off that information. You understand? So I'll be thinking, yo, but actually I know, I'm not even going to speak on that, because I know what I got to do when it comes to that. Because I'm going to make sure that gets about, yo, you know what I'm trying to say? Because, people, like I've even mentioned before, like even black people run from the truth. Even black people run from the truth. So it's like, it's coon wars, you know what I'm trying to say? But at the end of the day, it's for those that are woke and want to know. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's what I'm going to promote. That's what I'm put out. You understand? You get me? So, boom. I don't even know, man. Like, I'm going to play it one more time. Then I'm going to go. I just want to put this information out. I'm going to unlock the main video. And yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not, trust me, it's not really for, it's not for the 99% on YouTube in the black sector. It's not for the 99%. For the 1%, yo. Get me? for the 1%. So yo, hey, make sure you 1%. Make sure you go watch that shit. You understand? I'm off a channel. Get me? But yeah, let me just show you that clip one more time.
Said that they could not understand how is it that a group of people, African Americans, have been bludgeoned over the heads mentally and spiritually for hundreds of years and are still surviving. They couldn't understand it. And they said so in their book. The answer came out in 1996. Why it is that not only have African Americans survived the worst mental and spiritual bludgeoning of any people in recorded history, but they are becoming champions of everything in which there is a level playing field. No matter what it is, we predominate in every field. This is why they won't teach our children African history, because they know that once our children get on the same level playing field as their white counterparts, that they will dominate just like we dominate in basketball, baseball, football.
Right there, that's a thing of being saying, you understand? Of being saying that things like that. Black people do shit better. You understand? But everybody knows this too, but you deny it. You want to act like we are all the same, but then you don't want to treat us all the same. So how are we going to agree that we're all the same when we're not treated all the same? We recognize our greatness, you know. Well, no, I'm not going to say we, because when you come around these black folks on these YouTube streets, these ones are on your level, on everybody else's level. These are the watered down ones. You understand? Mind, body, and soul. You understand? You get me? These are the ones that are going to follow your rhetorics and your talk. Yeah, we're all the same. Nah, I don't feel like that. Get me? Because if we're all the same, we treated the same. Because we're not treated the same, I feel the extra power in me. Felt that shit already, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? We are the ones that, we is the ones that you selected for slavery. You understand? Because everybody else was dying. Tell that story. Tell the story how the white man was dying in slavery. Tell the story how all the other races, all the other teams that you was gathering around back then in them days, you was bringing them in for slavery and everybody died. It's only the black people that lasted that shit. It's only the black people that was going through that shit while everybody else was dying, right? So you don't want to talk about that part of history. You don't want to do that, do that. But anyway, it is what it is. It makes sense though. Why? Because I even asked that question. I remember when they were saying like, yo, it weren't just black people in slavery. I'm like, oh, okay. So how come y'all weren't in slavery till the end then? Oh, because white people, that they were dying out and blah, 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 and this, that, and the other. And you know, I'm like, really? So right then I recognized some kind of skill. Right then. I recognized something. I was thinking, okay, then so this melanin must play a part. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what is it really? Well, I know now. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know I'm gonna show my people, and yeah, that's what that is. You get me? You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I was right. I've always been right. You know, and because of that, I'll be real with you. Because of this right now, and knowing I've been right all this time. So all the shit that I've been spitting on these YouTube streets when it comes to that godlike shit and boom, I've been right. To have people like y'all throw that shit back in my face, like to say, y'all devilish. That's probably why you all left the room right now, right? Except for one. That's probably why that you all left the room right now. You know, it is what it is. We're not the same. I need to find the same, you know what I'm trying to say. But I want to give out a shout out to the 1% again. You get me? Shout out to y'all. Get me? But yeah, listen, I'm gonna put that video up. Make sure you see that video and shit. Get me? And yeah, man. Adapt to that shit. You understand? Get me? 'Cause it's powerful, man. Powerful, man. I want to ask black people, do they get head lice? I've never known black people to get head lice, right? But the guy said, yeah, I think it was headlights. Did he say headlights or did he say another thing? I think he said headlight. I think he said black people don't get headlight. Listen, oh my God, it's so deep. There's a next part, right, where he says, right, he said, we, because, listen, hey, because we stayed behind in Africa, we finished our process. That's why we never had animal hair. He says animal hair. I thought to myself, listen, I paused. I thought, okay, well, they do say, white people smell like dogs because of the hair, so the strandy, so hair, so and listen, and he even explains, right, how all these other races left Africa. There are grandkids of great. He explains it as there are great grandkids. They all left Africa. They went to China. They went to the UK. They went to this, that, and the other. And because they never finished off the process, they lost their melanin. That's why they had no melanin. They were supposed to stay there and be cooked, nigga. I thought to myself, wow, this guy making too much sense, yo. But it's everything that makes sense. You see, the shit that I've been saying, right? Even somebody else saying it made you think like, you know what I'm saying? I've said that before, but but listen, he puts it all in place. He even explains about the melanin. That's the part I'm talking about. How come they lost it and we kept it? And that's why we've got 9% DNA, whatever it's called, in us, and the rest have 6. Get me? And the book's out there to prove it. And the proof's on that. Like, it's like, God damn, everything he just made sense. Listen, I stopped watching it and I put my hand in my head and I said to myself, so I've been right all these times when I've been saying this stuff. I've just been right, even though the research that I did and what I've been saying basically is right because it's right. I thought it was right, but it was shocking. It was just shocking, yo. It's just shocking, yo. But it makes sense. I get it. Everything I've said over the years, everything, I get it. I get it, man. I get it. All the questions I've asked in the past, I get it. It all led up to this one moment when I watched this one video. I don't even need to research nothing. I believe him. I believe him. Plus, he's got the book. He's got that big ass book. And hey, he's got the book, yo. He's got the maps. He's got the times, the dates, the doctors' names. We have 9%. We have nine something DNA, something black people do. With the melanin in the skin. Black people with the melanin in the skin, right? I can't remember the terms it was. He called it the 9% thing, but blacks have got 9. Everybody else on the planet, every single body else other than black people have 6. Everybody else, and it's marked down in the book. This ain't no hearsay. This ain't no blah, blah, blah. Nope, none of that. This is facts. Now I understand why the big foot's on black people's neck. Now I understand why you don't want them in certain job positions. Now I understand. And let me give you another way of how it makes sense. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna say it in this way as well, right? Take a black person and a white person, right? Put them on just randomly. Put them in a club. play some music, tell them both to dance on the dance floor. Who's gonna be more in rhythm? Hmm? No, that's no. All right, then I could be wrong saying that because you might come on. I'm talking about like a natural white person though, not a white person that's brought up on hip hop and hip hop influence, shit like that. I'm just talking about a white person in a natural state, listen to their Bon Jovis and stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm just trying to say, like, then we can go. We can all right. Let's get off the dance floor. Let's talk about making the music. Well, can't really say that because there is some good white people music out there, I guess, that's in tune and boom, 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 bang, 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 bing, bing, bing. But I'm talking about, right, not being influenced by another race. You understand? Like, I think some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I think y'all know what I'm talking about. You get me? Listen. Let's talk about cooking. that I'm just joking with the cooking one, but a lot of white people like raw, bloody raw. You know what I'm saying? Get me? That's unhealthy. That's not good. That's like vampire food, right? You get me? Black people, most black people ain't about that. I can't say all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But get where I'm going? The list carries on. The list just carries on. Now, as for the workplace, doing the job better, well, let me disagree with that part because you know, we be seeing some videos of some ratchet black people working in KFCs and McDonald's and shit, and they ain't got a clue how to you know, serve somebody. They haven't got a clue, right? Disrespectful to the T. You understand? So there are a lot of flaws in a lot of places, you understand, as for doing things better. But at the same time, we've been knocked off the history or the Guinness Book of Records list for some of the inventions that we brought out. Black people have brought out, you know, they just sold that or passed that information on or sold that invention on for a little bit of change or bullied into it. You understand? And then to make out somebody else brought it out. But I'm just saying that, boom, 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 bam, bam, bang, bing, bing, bing. You get me? It is what it is. And yeah, it is what it is. I just wanted to bring this information and the 1%, do as you will. You understand? But make sure you pass it on to the rest of your family members. You understand? You know what I mean? Make sure you pass it on to your little kids. You understand? So they can feel that power within and understand why it is the world has their foot on a black person's neck. Because if you don't understand after watching that video, then you never will understand. And you was never black. You're too watered down. Get me? And sorry, like this ain't bad news for other races. This is just fact. Get me? Because the other races, they're still doing their shit. They're still running what they run. This ain't bad news for no other race. I'm just showing you where it makes sense for black people. That's it. Now I'm at peace. Now I'm finally at peace. Now I understand. All my questions over the year, I understand now. I get it. I get it. I get it. And I'm gone. It's your boy 7. Make sure, 1%, make sure you watch that shit. Yeah, anyway, it's your boy 7 and Audi. You get me? Peace to the real, the fake. I don't even want to hear about y'all again, man. It's time for y'all to be gone, man. Now I'm in my perfect state. You understand?
Said that they could not understand how it.
DX been on my panel.
Shout out to the Buddha. And you done know. Yo. Gotta collapse the mind though. I feel your pain, yo. I feel your pain. blood stain. Look at the rain, simple and plain. And I feel your pain, I feel your pain. Blood will stain, stand out in the rain. I feel your pain, I got that pain though. The same pain that you see through that window. Hey, I got that pain, you feel that pain, you know that pain, I want that pain, let's share that pain though. Let's share that pain though. What is your pain? Can I help you get through the pain? Come with that belt to beat somebody, make their blood stain to all over the new range boo. Who the fuck is out there fucking with you? Let me know, info, pass it straight onto, so I can go pass through and see the style. See if I can make them change their whole profile. If they won't, if they don't, if they wanna test, I will surely make sure I am wearing my vest. Cause I ain't got time for that stupid ass stress. I will take out the 9 and put it to his headpiece. That's him resting now, deep down, 6 foot deep. He should've never came around and fucked with me. He a clown, told him every time I see it around and he's running off his mouth, I'ma put that ass down, put him laying out. Now he ain't talking shit no more, he is out of the game. So how you feeling, boo? Happy now? You better be, and now you sit on back and don't be making no more noise out here just like that. I ain't got time to keep jumping up and saving. Trust me, I fly through the sky, call me Raven. Bad boy business, I leave my enemies slaving, scolding, yeah, lying in the cold and put them in a cauldron, cook them up, yeah, like a witch do. Show them they should know, just to shut the fuck up. Now I've got them ducking and running. That's how you do it in the streets, my soldiers gunning. Yeah, round 1 and 2 I've won, and it's a rumble in the jungle. Hey, everybody sees that it's trouble when they ain't got my money right. Run pon the double, yeah. It's the exposure, the pain that come around. I already won and told ya. Yeah, now you gotta feel the heat, that's the exposure. Bad boy business, meet and greet, told ya. Where that heat gone now? How come you change your whole energy from now? Don't do that, keep it all the same, cause I'm ready to fight and I will surely gain.